over my top 3 sightings 2020. Number 3 was the NASA live feed. Could have been number 1. Number 2, of course, Ezekiel's Wheel. Okay, NASA satellite. Now, number 1 coming up next. But first, we could talk about Roswell, Rendlesham Forest, okay, the Phoenix Lights, Mars anomalies, Shag Harbor, the Belgian UFO wave, the Chicago O'Hare International Airport sighting, okay, the lights above the New Jersey Turnpike, the Stevensonville sighting. There's a ton of them. We can go all the way back to the Roman Empire, 15th, 16th, 17th century. We can go back to the 2nd millennium BC. There is a mountain of evidence, but we're only going to talk about 2020, and here's my number 1.
By direction of the President of the United States, stay in your homes. I repeat, stay in your homes. Your personal safety, the safety of the entire city, depends upon your full cooperation with the military.
All right, guys, the number 1 UFO sighting of 2020. Of course, it is the USS Nimitz UFO sighting. This is our generation's Roswell. I said it before, I'll say it 100 times again. But unfortunately, we have too many UFO researchers on YouTube chasing views instead of the truth. I mean, because every UFO channel should be focusing on this right now, but instead, they're too busy, posting like obvious fakes or whatever all over Twitter and Instagram and all this crap. Like, why are you guys not talking about this? Meanwhile, they're criticizing other channels, calling them hoaxers, calling them frauds. But check out my TikTok video of something that is clearly clickbait. So guys, I'm calling you out. Why are you not focusing on this? Now, there's a few guys out there that are. Shout out to you. So anyway, I want to start off by talking about the actual craft. Now, keep in mind, we have 3 separate videos taken by 3 separate pieces of equipment on 3 different dates. So the chances of some type of equipment malfunction or whatever is next to impossible. It is 0. There's no way. Okay, this is highly sophisticated equipment. It's simply no way. You can't debunk this, okay? They said it was flying into the wind, okay, 120 knots. The wind, against the wind. The wind was 120 knots, guys. That's impossible. We don't have aircraft that can do that. I mean, we do, but not at that speed. You have visual confirmation, radar confirmation, multiple fighter jets witness a craft traveling faster than the sound of speed, which I think is around 800 miles per hour. I mean, fact check me on that, guys. I believe it's around 800 miles an hour. Okay, and remember, the only reason the footage was released because they got caught lying to the public. Okay, about their secret multi-million-dollar black budget UAP UFO program. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to the UFO. It also starts to rotate at one point, but my question is this: we all have like cell phones in our pockets, right? I mean, why can't we get better video footage or quality? Why, it just seems like, this is like multi-million-dollar equipment. Why are we getting these blurry, weird images that aren't really showing anything, okay? And yes, I understand some of the footage is at night, heat-seeking equipment, all that. But again, it just doesn't make any sense to me. They need to release better footage. 3 videos have been declassified. The first video was taken around 2004 in November. The second 2 in January 2015 or 2017. I don't know. You guys fact check me on that. Also, according to the fighter pilots involved, they have hours, not minutes, but hours of footage, although we've only seen, I think, 8-9 minutes in total if you add up all 3 videos combined. Okay, another red flag. There's a ton of red flags here, guys. I also find it highly ironic the video cuts off as the craft begins to rotate. You're watching it right there on the screen. What happened after it rotated? Did it shoot off to the stars? Like why would they cut it off right there? I mean, again, I find that just highly suspect. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but really, I mean, that's just, very convenient, right? And in another video clip, comes to a dead stop after flying faster than the speed of sound. Okay, the fighter pilot testimony reported the craft was going, what they believe, supersonic speeds, but they didn't hear a sonic boom. Again, what kind of weird Bob Lazar technology is this? I mean, seriously, guys, like, what the hell is going on? Okay, it was shooting around the sky like a ping pong ball, like pew, 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 pew. Like, I'm not trying to be crazy here, but it is crazy. I mean, there is no way any human being could withstand that type of G-force. I think the maximum G-force a human can withstand is something like 8 Gs, okay? So that definitely rules out the possibility of a drone unless we have developed, some kind of drones that can zip around the sky at the speed of sound, stop on a dime. I mean, it rules out anything man-made, okay? And by the way, another fighter pilot recently came forward confirming everything all the other guys said, okay? And there was a third ship involved providing even more radar evidence. And remember, guys, this is a $15 billion aircraft carrier, okay, with the most sophisticated radar equipment on the planet, okay? And let's talk about that radar specialist for a minute. He was tracking a fleet, not one, not two, not three, up to 10, 15, 20, I think it was a fleet of UFOs, okay? They basically sent a fighter pilot to intercept. The object did some kind of weird barrel roll type maneuver over our jet fighter, the American jet fighter. It went down into the water, shot back up, went something like 28,000 feet in the air in seconds, not minutes, but literally seconds. I mean, again, guys, look, if this technology truly exists, it's terrifying. It's a matter of national security, because if another country were to get their hands on this technology, they would weaponize it. I mean, what the hell is this? Is it, from another planet? Is it some black budget, secret military crap? I mean, I don't know, some DARPA crap? I really don't know, okay? And again, I want to reiterate this 100 times. The human body can only tolerate around 8 Gs. And that's by highly trained pilots. This thing would crush you instantaneously. You would be crushed. And there's nothing on this planet man-made that we know of that could withstand that type of pressure. We're talking about the actual craft, the object, no matter what it was made of. We have nothing that can withstand that type of pressure, okay? And let me just kind of switch gears here. I honestly think the lockdowns and the coronavirus pandemic really took the attention off this world-changing event. Okay, we were all too busy locked in our homes, scared to death, rightfully so. Okay, and I have to ask myself, was that a coincidence? Why did they release this footage during the lockdown? So I find it incredibly ironic the U.S. government decides to release this footage, when we had a major world event going on, knowing it would take a back seat, right? I mean, I don't know, was this some type of Project Bluebeam attempt? I mean, well, what is this? Was it a test to see how the general public would react to a real UFO sighting? Because I think if it would have happened at any other time in history, 2018, 2019, we would have been terrified.
By direction of the President of the United States, stay in your homes, I repeat. Stay in your homes. Your personal safety, the safety of the entire city, depends upon your full cooperation with the military authorities.
Yes, cities, nations, even civilization itself, threatened with annihilation, because in one...
And I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. I don't know, I've said so much in the video, but what's up with this Black Op helicopter landing on this $15 billion aircraft carrier, hopping off, these two MIB, these guys dressed in these weird clothing. They even said they had this weird shape to their face. They go in, confiscate all the hardware, the footage, the data. Like what is up with that? Where did it go? And again, why do we only have 8 minutes? And this went on for years and months. I mean, I bet they probably got 100 hours of footage on this thing, and we get these little bitty snippets. Like, what is up with that? Now, probably one of the most important topics we need to discuss is the dishonesty from our government, okay? Because only after getting caught, they admitted to having a multi-million-dollar secret UFO black budget program in order to investigate UFOs. But at the same time, they're telling you, it doesn't exist. It's taboo. Don't talk about it. You're going to be ridiculed if you bring it up. But they're spending millions and millions of tax dollars to investigate. I mean, do you guys see the hypocrisy here? Okay? The government has literally admitted to lying to us, spending millions and millions of dollars, your tax dollars, to investigate UAPs, UFOs, and things of that nature. Right? Crazy. A tic-tac shaped craft bouncing around the sky like a ping pong ball, submerging underwater, traveling faster than anything man-made. It's crazy. And these people now, they're risking their livelihoods, their careers, their family to come forward to tell the story, to get to the truth, okay? And this testimony from the radar specialist, to me, is just incredible. So I encourage you guys to look it up, check it out. I don't want to recite the whole thing, okay? I mean, like I said, this particular sighting has more validation than any other sighting in history. Members of the DoD, the Department of Defense, quitting their jobs to investigate. you know, lifelong members of the military leaving the military in order to get to the truth, okay? The Navy flat out admitted, we do not have this type of technology. They're even ruling out some, you know, possible black budget, like secret military project because this craft was accelerating and maneuvering in a way that would crush a human being. Traveling at supersonic speeds. I mean, guys, this is incredible. Like, why are you UFO channels not talking about this, okay? We have the most advanced radar systems on the planet verifying, okay? Multiple systems verifying that this craft was going from 80,000 feet down to sea level in a matter of seconds, not minutes, but a matter of seconds. Under 1 minute. And now, and again, you know, going back to 2004, it all started with this fleet. Okay, now they said the fleet of UFOs was tracked all the way to Mexico. And by the way, all of this happened off the coast of California. I don't know if look guys, I have been researching this for months now. I've probably forgotten more about this case than a lot of you guys know. I'm telling you, I've been eyeball deep in this research, okay? And you guys have to realize this was a series of events. It's, like I said, it started out with a fleet of UFOs. Next thing you know, we have fighter pilots chasing some type of unknown craft, maneuvering and accelerating at speeds that would be impossible for a human to survive. How many times do I have to say it? Like, what the hell is this thing? Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I don't want to make the video too long. Maybe end it. We can talk about disclosure. You know, a lot of people think disclosure is going to be when a UFO lands on the White House yard and shakes, President Trump's hand. No, UFO is going to be a process. And I think it already started back with Stephen Greer, with the Disclosure Project. But it's going to be a 10, 15, 20-year process. And was this some type of experiment to see how the general public would handle a real UFO sighting? I think it was. Look, we know there's secret books and operations and files that have already proven the government doesn't want to tell us that, doesn't want to disclose anything about UFOs because they think it would cause like global panic. And you know what? At first, I thought, nah, there's no way. But after seeing what's been going on lately in the world, I think it would. I guess I had a little more faith in the human race, a year or 2 years ago than I do now. But after seeing the way we reacted to the coronavirus and, all this protesting, all this crazy stuff that has been going on in the world, I don't think we can handle this right now. And again, maybe that's why they released it to the public when they released it to the public, because they knew we had something bigger going on, and we were incredibly distracted. I mean, that's the only logical explanation I can come up with. I don't know, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like I'm babbling. I get passionate, very passionate about this stuff, especially this particular incident, because again, I believe it's the most important UFO sighting of the decade, maybe the century. I mean, what does it compare to? Roswell? I don't know. I mean, this is huge. Phoenix Lights, Rendlesham Forest. I don't know. In my mind, it currently sits at number one. I know I said it's my, number one video or sighting of 2020, but it could be of all time. We don't know yet. I mean, I don't like to say that until we have all the facts, but from based on the information that I have now, it's definitely top 3. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment below.